evening, everyone, and welcome back to Technic Trials with your host, Nighthawk. I've just been doing a bit more Thumbcraft research since the last episode. I did a little bit more research outside, and I actually tried this just before recording this episode. Apparently, the void interface is not what we need in order to gain access to those extra rooms in the monuments. So unfortunately, we won't be going exploring those quite yet. We need a different item that is called. Give me just a second here. It is called an Eldritch Keystone, and I don't have the recipe for that learned yet. I don't think. It's these last two items here. There we go. So this Eldritch Keystone Pluth, which is horribly mispronounced, I'm sure, that's what actually lets us have access to those extra rooms. And yeah, we can't make those yet. So unfortunately, we won't be getting to explore quite yet. So in the meantime, I did a little bit more Thumbcraft research and got us some more discoveries. So we have a Bow of Bone. This dread bow is crafted from the bones of fallen undead. Its light construction allows it to fire faster than a normal bow, and occasionally living foes, felled by its arrows, rise as undead themselves. We actually found one of these in the cave system at one point, and they are pretty cool, but they do create taint in the world, so we have to be careful with them. Next we have Arcane Focus Air. This Arcane Focus has medium range and spread, but has improved speed. And I think this is for some of the Thumbcraft mining tool things that we can make at some point, possibly. We also have Arcane Focus Earth. This Arcane Focus has medium range and a wide spread. And then we also have the Thaumic Restorer. This device allows you to repair damage to any items placed within or recharge magical items. This device requires Viz to function. So this is another way of repairing items that we could make use of if we so desired. We don't really need it since we have our repair alchemy bag that uses the Talisman of Repair. So now that we've learned these discoveries, I'm just going to put them back into the research quisitum to try and get this void bracelet to finish researching. This torturous difficulty makes it really a pain to research. Unfortunately, we haven't gotten any of them at any level besides torturous, so it could take a while. And we may have to actually get more brains placed to reduce the fail rate and everything else further. For the time being, we'll just let it go, and maybe it will work, maybe it won't. And for now, we're going to call that an end to our research. And let's go and take a look and see what we can do here. So we just came across that oil field last episode that's out in this direction here. I'm thinking that it would be a good thing to make additional power output available. We should be able to actually have a power room that is kind of that is heavily shielded, that we could use for combustion engines, which we should be able to have that connected to the same power output, because it should actually create a loop without being able to receive. And as long as none of the receiver pipes end up going back out to the teleport pipe, in other words, there's no loops or anything like that, then we shouldn't have any problems producing power in another pipe. So what we're going to need in order to start working on our oil is, first of all, we need a pump, and specifically we want the industrial craft pump, and that requires a tank which is made out of glass. And because we're probably going to need a few of these, we're actually going to teach all of the components to our crafting system. So we need iron pickaxe. Let's see if we already have the iron pickaxe. Actually, we should just see if we have a pump in there. I don't think we do. So I don't see iron pickaxes, so we're going to need to teach that. Let's see, do we have iron up here that I can just take down? Does not look like it. We've got tin. Something else we're going to need to make at some point is we're going to need to hook up a furnace of some kind to the system to make refined iron. We may do that with electricity, since that is pretty easy to connect on our system down below. We don't have to run power to it or anything like that. So let's go ahead and we'll grab out about half a stack of iron. It should go fairly quick, I think. And almost there, I think. There we go. And let's see. We should have some crafting pipes and a couple of tables. So let's go down to our crafting room and start putting some of the bits and pieces together. We'll also need a spot that we can turn sand into glass and some other things like that as well. Okay, so we have this one. We'll do this as our pickaxe. There we go. Import that recipe. And let's see, do I have glass on hand? Nope. Let's see if we can get some glass. That's glass panes. We need glass blocks. There we go. We need 8 of those. There they go. Come over here and put them like so. That gives us our tank. Import. Let's see, we'll go ahead and I can only have the one above right here, at least for the time being. This one I need an iron pick, an iron gear, and redstone, which I think I've got everything except for the gear and pick. So I'll take crafting, we'll get one of these and one of these. Might as well make the system do all the work for us. Okay, and then that was the mining well. 6 iron on the sides and the iron gear in the middle. So iron gear there, redstone, iron around the edges, and the pick in the middle. Import that recipe. And then we will take this and go craft. We need a mining well. And where's the tank? There we are. And we need a tank. And, uh-oh, pickaxes don't stack. Okay, we'll just do this for the moment. Let's see. What we actually need to do there. I don't have them in the system, or don't have them in my inventory. What we actually need there is... Where's the other automated crafting table? We need this one. And let's break you. Get all of this stuff back from it. And we'll put the recipe back in. Need to pick at the bottom. Iron gear, redstone, and iron. And now let's request another one. Actually, we'll put those materials back, and we'll request another one just to make sure it works. Craft mining well. And what I don't understand is why sometimes when the items are pushed in by the logistics pipes, it doesn't actually recognize that and build it. So, got to figure out what's going on with those. I'm not entirely happy with those, with the crafting table 2s right now. They worked great for a couple of items, and then the all the ones that I've tried recently, it has failed miserably. Okay, anyway, there's our pump. And we're actually going to need... We're going to need at least 2 pumps, because we're going to need a pump for oil, and we're going to need a pump for water. There we go. We're going to need some teleport pipes. Let's see, we're going to need a power teleport pipe for each of them, and we're going to need a waterproof teleport pipe for each of them to teleport the liquid back to us. And apparently we are low on diamond again. Let's go fix that. Up we go. I think we have stuff we can use to fix it in here. Some uranium, and we'll toss those gems in as well. There we go. And we'll toss the glowstone in. So we don't need that glowstone right now. I did make another trip into the Nether recently to collect a bunch more glowstone. I still have not gotten down to actually checking out the fortress yet, though. I don't know why I came back down here to make the teleport pipes. That was kind of silly. We need 4 teleport pipes. And actually, right now, I don't think I can make the waterproof teleport pipes because I don't have pipe waterproof. Wow, those are kind of getting confused on their way here. The waterproof pipes, if we look at usage, require pipe waterproof, which takes cactus green, and we don't have any cactus yet. And I'm not sure where a desert biome is to get some cactus. So we will... I think what I will do is take a brief commercial break and go hunt down some cactus, and I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Went ahead and found us some cactus and made it into cactus green, and then actually went ahead and made our waterproof pipes. So right now I'm just making room to put together our water pump. Decided we're just going to use this little spring that's out behind our area here. And we need a waterproof pipe, and we need our, let's see, we're going to go ahead and put a couple of torches in the area just to light things up a little bit. Hopefully have less surprises. A golden waterproof pipe just to get it out into the water a little bit. And our pump. You can see it's lowering the pump segment there. And then we need a power pipe. And did I turn these into... Nope, I haven't turned these into power pipes yet. Now they are. And then we need to make this into a receiver for power. And now you can see it's filling up the teleport pipe. We don't have any water teleport pipes in our system yet, so we're going to start at 300, and we're going to call this water out. And this will probably be able to supply any water needs that we will likely have. Being such a short pipe, as long as we have enough power going out, then this should pump enough water to keep us well supplied. We'll stick a teleport tether right here to make sure it stays loaded. And then we'll head over to our oil, which is where? There it is. And we'll get it set up to pump out oil. There we go, getting closer. It's always a trick traveling through the woods. And here, whoa! There we go. Well, maybe. There we go. Now the idea here is going to be to get the... It looks like right where that wood is at the top is where we want our pump. Basically, we want to make sure that our pump is at the center of the oil well. So right there's where we need our pump to be. Take our pump, and we'll stick it right here on our hotbar. So there's our pump. And now we want power. So we'll put this one. We'll send the output this way. Waterproof one is on this side. And we're going to call this one... Go +1, and we're going to call this oil out, and hook this into the power output. So now you can see it's starting to pump oil, and you can see it's already filled the teleport pipe all the way up, and you can see it is. You can see the well did drop by one level already. But it shouldn't take any oil out of that until it's demanded. So we shouldn't end up wasting it with the pump set up this way. So our next step, now that we have both water and oil going, I'm going to go ahead and stick a piece of dirt over that chunk of oil just so we don't fall in anymore. Now you can see this is a huge oil well. We may end up having to move the pump a couple of times depending on where it actually ends up. Wow, that is a huge tree. Oh, that's a greatwood tree. So I was looking at my mini-map and just saw this huge tree on it. You can see the leaves are a different color. Anyway, back to what we were actually looking at. So usually these oil wells don't spread out quite like this, at least from what I've seen. It looks like this just, the way this one looks is like it just kind of popped up from the ground in the middle of the forest and has the oil flowing over the trees. So hopefully this ends up being a very large oil supply that we can exploit to the best of our ability. So now that we got our oil pumping out, we'll head back over to our underground base here, which I should have an entrance somewhere right in here. There we are. And then we'll teach our crafting system how to make refineries and get a refinery going. Probably want to dig that out underground into another room. Actually, I know what we'll do. I've got this room that I was going to use for condenser supply. I think we will use that room. Since that room is already pre-built and we're not using it anyway, we might as well. So what we need to do first of all, and we'll change the signs on this a bit later, but I think this room will actually do pretty nicely for our little refinery. Yeah, that'll do for now. And then we'll put combustion engines further down. So I think what we'll do is we'll make a fuel storage area over on this end of the room and fill that up with tanks and make the construction underneath to pump the fuel out of it. So what we're going to need is, I'm going to go up and, before we get too far into this, go and grab a stack of the cactus green, because we're going to need to make a bunch of pipes, a bunch of waterproof pipes, and we're going to take a bunch of sand. No, not sand. Let's see. No, that's not high enough. Let's take because I think we're running low on glass right now. Put some glass up there because that's what we want to transmute to. There we go. And just take the rest out as miscellaneous stuff. No. Actually, what I'd rather do is take it out as planks that match what I actually use. So we'll stick all the glass back in, and let's see what else we need for a refinery. So we need a diamond gear and 2 redstone torches and 3 tanks. So let's get those out. We need a diamond gear. Apparently I needed to throw some more stuff in for diamonds. We'll just toss all of those in. Hopefully the refinery will be able to, or not the refinery, the quarry will start coming across some diamond. Of course, right now, even if it does come across diamond, it won't get sorted into the system where it is usable. But we'll fix that before long as well. Okay, there's the third one. And let's see, we'll get the rest of the things we need from downstairs. And we'll teach the crafting system how to make our refineries and start setting them up. So for that, we should already have a crafting table, but we need a crafting pipe. We'll just get one for the moment. There we go. Put a crafting table there. As you can see, I'm expanding the crafting tables over the resource chests that we have in here right now. Mainly just for a place to put things. At some point I will need to move the chest, but for the time being, I think it will be okay. And now I think, yeah, I'm short on diamonds to make 2 of them, but we'll start with 1. And we're going to need a teleport pipe to bring in the oil. We're going to need another teleport pipe to bring in power. So let's go ahead and get some pipe waterproof. We'll waterproof a teleport pipe. And we'll turn one of them into a power teleport pipe. And then we'll go ahead and grab... See, I think I put the gold pipes back in. Yes, I did. So we're going to grab the gold teleport pipes, and we're going to grab... I think we're going to grab 6 gold and 3 glass that we'll use to make more pipes. And I think we also have a gold power pipe in here somewhere. There it is. Might as well grab that so we can distribute power. Okay. Oh, the other thing we need. We're going to start with... we'll start with 9 tanks and see what that gets us. I don't know if that will be enough or not, but it should at least get us started. Put these, just making our additional pipes that we need. Okay, there's our tanks. These tanks are going to be for fuel. And we're just going to go like this for the time being. And then I'll dig underneath of it to put output pipes that will take fuel out of these tanks and send it on its way to... Let's see, let's start with that many. So what we're gonna do is bring this over this direction. Actually, what we'll do, change my mind here. We're gonna have power go from the back, and then we'll have power come in on the front. As you can see, the texture pack that I'm using, the Sphax PureBD texture pack, does need to be updated. It doesn't seem to affect much, really, other than while it's in my hand. Diverted there. Where was I at? So let's see. We're going to... I think we have to actively pump out of these. I think we can bring oil in on the top and have it come out of the back. We may need to actually bring this... Well, I don't want to go any further forward because then we won't be able to move around in here. Let's see. Power. I am going to need more power than that. Well, actually, I don't for the moment. We're going to have our power teleport come in right... let's see, I'm trying to plan somewhat ahead so I can have the supporting resources I need. We'll put it there for the time being, and we may have to move it. So we'll have that come in there. We'll have oil... Whoops. We'll have oil come in from here. You see it's filling it up. That appears to be all of the oil that was in the pipes. I'm guessing that it's dark outside. Yes, it is. Which means that we don't have any power. Oh, there we go. Now there's a little bit of power showing up. Apparently I don't have any choices on how this thing operates. You can see that the oil is slowly coming in. So now we need... Now we're going to need we need a wooden transport pipe that we can waterproof. Pretty sure I have those here. We're actually going to need at least 4 of them, because we're going to need to have outputs from our from the fuel tanks. What we'll do is we'll put one of these here. So I'm trying to figure out a good way of doing this that won't end up with all of these pipes confused. Let's see. I guess what I can do is just bring these... Well, it's going to have to go back further. That's all there is to it. We're just going to have to go like so. And then take this direction. Waterproof some more pipes. Oh, that's why that doesn't work. I forgot to waterproof the output pipe. It's spilling all over the place. Okay, so there we have our output pipe, and I think, I'm not sure, but let's see, how can we try this? We're going to need more power pipe anyway. Let's go ahead and we'll turn the rest of this into power. Let's go... that doesn't connect at all. So it looks like we're going to have a bunch of redstone pipes that we connect underneath of the refineries. So can we see that underneath? Awesome. So what we'll do is we'll put a lever underneath of each refinery that connects to that will turn on the redstone engines that are pumping the oil out. Let's see, we need 4 redstone engines. Come on, hurry up. There we go. And 4 levers. Now then, we're going to go like so. Turn it on, like so. and that should start piping the fuel out of the refinery. Oh, and unfortunately, with that fuel portion of it empty, you can see underneath of it. I might end up having to get underneath of the refinery and put a cover underneath of it just to cover that up so that you can't see. So you can't just see right through it, because that looks kind of weird. Or I may have to find a different way of wiring these up. Maybe I'll go all the way underneath of them or something. I don't know. That'll be something to figure out later on. Anyway, so now you can see that we have oil starting to flow. I hear what sounds like a werewolf. And it is a werewolf somewhere. Oh, directly above me. No, actually, that's not a werewolf. That's just a regular wolf. Well, either way. That's not what I want to do. I want to close it up with this. There we go. Just to make it safer. So we now have our refinery starting to make oil, or to make the oil that we are collecting into fuel. And now the next thing that we need to do is take a quick peek at our record time, and with that, so now we started harvesting oil. We have our refinery up and going. This is a very basic start to it, but once we get some of the output going, then we'll be able to start powering up a combustion engine power room, and with that power piping back in here, we should be able to produce fuel much more quickly, as well as all of the other things that are using power. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I'll do a little bit more updates on this offline, but please take a moment to hit like, subscribe if you haven't already. I greatly appreciate it, and have a great evening. Bye.